Hey folks, Quillian here and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. It's Succession Synergy in Africa here. We are currently dealing mostly with rebels, actually. We've got some people going up to reinforce for this 41k stack, which is going to be a wee bit annoying. I'm also moving some ships over here, but I realize that's going to be too many people. I'm not going to need quite this many. I guess the guys on the boats are going to arrive first. So I will let them continue up that way, because yeah, we're going to have more than enough to stomp the rebels. And instead, I'm going to have these people try to deal with this stack, this and this. I'm sure as soon as I move away from Kotoko over here, the rebels will probably uprise, but I'll just have to deal with that. I want to make sure to beat these guys to the bottleneck in the jungle here, so I'm actually going to go ahead and force march this group. We'll spend a little bit of military power, and yeah, we'll try to hold them off in Calabar. There we are. Or counterattack. Now, they still have... Okay, coalitions. Alright. Yeah, I just decided it's new... it's a new session. And every time you start the game, the AI's current diplomatic, like, AI, right? Their current status and what they consider about the world doesn't get saved with the game, which is why if you start a new session... Unaided during blockade. Okay. If you start a new session... there tends to be a lot of reshuffling of decisions because the AI is just recalculating all the things. Now, our fleet doesn't need to blockade anything anymore. And probably these guys are okay to transport. So I'm going to move the fleet up. I'm going to just sort of do one of these and try to see if we can't find some more British ships that are isolated. Okay, I don't like this. Let's get our best combat leader to park himself there for now. If we get attacked, things that actually would be a little bit unpleasant. Now, you have no leader, so you get the river crossing and attack us into the jungle. It'd be -2. They do have the better tech, and particularly they have the higher tactics, and I probably would rather not fight. You. Stop. Boot. Go there. And let's do that. Slight delaying action. We're going to need to steal one of the leaders over here to stomp on the rebels. Do that, and I'll move you over here. Are you still coming? No, you stopped. Okay. So you're just sieging at that bit, which is totally fine. Okay, you can stop booting now. We're going to save some points. And yay, cores! Of course, anyone who got sieged out over here, we're not getting cores. Oh, this guy's boating somewhere. Where are you boating to? To here, to Sanag. Okay. Alright, let's grab the best combat leader. Go and attack here. And yeah, you can join in afterwards. There you go. And then we'll go, I guess we'll go and stand in Sanag and deal with them. Let's, what am I going to do? I'm going to leave, say, you. Select you, go there, take you, split you in half, and do that. Alright. Should be a stable government. I agree. So this is not the way you get a stable government. I will lose the prestige, as opposed to losing the power. Meanwhile, over here, they're not moving. Okay, ships. Now, the Brits do have a lot... Come on, autosave. The Brits do have a lot of heavy ships. What do we have here? 3 and 21. Actually, that's not bad at all. I think I'm going to go ahead and I will invest in an admiral. Alright, he's pretty crap. But I want a little bit of an edge. If we can go and bop some of these little stacks of British ships... that's going to be really, really good. I'm going to leave the transports over there. That way we can actually bring our guys back a little easier. What I'm going to do here as well is just grab for you and bring you over here. As soon as these guys leave, these guys will go and besiege that territory. We're actually getting attrition over here. By a lot? By quite a bit, actually. Split in half, do that. We can reinforce once the guys try to drop on us. Alright, that's going to be fine. Meanwhile... looks like... ooh, these guys are running away. Can we catch them if I just take the light ships, which does reset them, but resets their timer as well. Now we'll catch them. Oh, no we won't. Showed me the cross swords, but you're going to be going to the Grain Coast. Well... oh, is that the fastest way to the Grain Coast? It's getting a little bit risky here. Also, my light ship should be the one with the Admiral, because I think the maneuverability will improve their speed a little bit. Oh, there we go. So, we're going to have only light ships at first. But we outnumber them. We do have an admiral, and we've got some heavy ships coming in to reinforce. I think we're okay. Meanwhile, over here, I'm not sure we can do this. That's jungle. They do have a leader with 6 maneuver now, so we'd have fighting into the jungle, fighting across the river. But, I mean, it's just a 2-1. So we can transfer. I really want to wait until that finishes. I guess I could just do a swap. Oh, we won the Battle of the Ivory Coast. Nice. Take these ships. Where are you going? Gulf of Guinea. Oh, you're going to dock at one of these places. So I'll probably dock and top myself off. Yeah, we got some damage. Let's definitely repair. And yeah, let's do a little swap here. You're going to grab that guy, since we can't avoid the river crossing regardless. And then we're going to take the good combat leader here. And 2-1 with a much better combat leader, we should be okay. Whoa! Yeah, we definitely want to stop on these guys before they do that. We're still getting taking war score. The actual cost of taking the provinces is very cheap. As soon as we get to 10%, we'll be able to take a reasonable amount of land. So that's going to be okay. I'm a little concerned about this one, not going to lie. But I think we should come out on top. Oh, we have higher base morale, which is nice. There we go. And these rebels have landed there. We're going to reinforce, although we don't really need to do that. And then you guys are going to go there and there. General just died. Which one? Okay, the other one. We still have our turbo general, which is good. I'm going to go and leave 2 guys behind so we can resiege that real quick. And I'll just go and stack wipe these guys over here. It's a nice thing about the fact that they're so far from home, they have no ability to retreat to friendlier territory. I'm going to split you in half. I'm going to grab my boats, move them over there, and we'll get ready to ferry you guys to the front, because there's a 43k stack of British troops over here. Now, you're still at war with Spain, right? Yes, you are. What's the actual war for? Spanish, British, Mexican colonial war. Okay. Well, hopefully you're still distracted. Meanwhile, our coring over here will restart. Not that, the overextension one. These guys will restart once we get control over the territory. Get rid of all of our overextension, which is going to be nice. You guys are getting attritioned. So I think I'm going to split you in half and send a half of you over here. And then I'm just going to wait for this guy to get some distance. You guys can go and pick up over there. That's going to be fine. Alright, retake that. That's going to come in as well. You guys are going to get on these boats. And the boats are quickly going to... Oh, hello. Again, we will hunt you with... I'm going to break off the heavies. That way it leaves the Admiral with the lights. Gulf of Congo. We're going to do that. And meanwhile, my transport fleet... I'm just going to transport you here for now. It'll be a little bit safer. But yeah, we're going to try to catch these guys once again. Okay, they're sieging that, but that's fine. And we should catch these guys over here. Conversion successful. Nice. Cape Verde. Excellent. And you guys move out over there. Actually, you stop one shy. Again, we'll try to reduce some of the attrition. We can do more conversions. Great Karu. Excellent. And that's all wrapped up. Good. And you can head over here. Alright, so we still have some rebellions brewing, but that's hopefully going to be just fine. Start another fight over here. Get the heavies in there as well. I mean, nothing's happening. We're not sinking anything. They're just able to run. It's a little bit annoying. I mean, I guess that's just the way it's going to be. You going back up to the Gulf of Congo? That's interesting. But we can't actually catch you because you're white flagged. So you're probably just going to go back over here. So I think what we're going to want to do... what's the button to detach the damage? Detach obsolete. It's been too long. Oh, it's up here. There it is. Detach damaged ships. So we're going to put the healthy ones and just blockade over there, and that'll be okay. Kilwan Separatists. Alright, we're going to have to deal with that. Let's get you there, and actually, let's turn the boat around and land you there instead. It's a little bit risky. They might jump on me, but I'll be... Oh, that's coastline, actually. That's really unpleasant. There's a river crossing. I might drop you a little higher up then, just to be safe. We'll group up in Tenga instead. Alright, we're still gonna have to deal with that. Whoa, that is a big fleet over there. Big, huge fleet. Very terrifying. Oh, we can do some upgrades on some of these. We're currently losing money. I guess we have too many to upgrade is part of the problem. Detach obsolete ships. Split you in half. And half again. We'll go and land you here. And... oh. I guess these are the ones that are obsolete. Okay, we'll do a little bit of upgrading. Can't do too much, though, because we won't actually have the money for it. So you're fine, so you come out here. You're fine, you come out here. You're the one that needs to be repaired, so that's going to be fine. You guys are being conquered. I think I would like to... Medri Bari. Why don't we go ahead and throw a spy in there for now. Additionally to that, well, we're not going to do anything with the Brits. Can we steal spies? Or steal maps? Do we need to? Do we care about that? I don't think we care about that. I think we just want our spy network to increase so that we can keep getting our discount on tech. Same thing going with Portugal. I don't think there's a whole lot for us to gain from that. That's going to be okay. Alright. Where's my... oops. My armies. Taking control of Kilwa. That's fine. We will get you soon. So, any good defensible terrain over here? Savannah, savannah, jungle. There we go. Go stand in the jungle. They're actually not moving at all, which is interesting. They're also not being attrition, which makes me a little bit sad. I sort of hope that they would, but that's okay. And how much are we losing right now? Okay, that's manageable. It's not great, though. Yeah, these guys are going to slowly make their way down, which is still okay. It is a shame we lost one of our generals. We still have our turbo general, which is good. How old is he? Can we find that out from this screen here? No, looks like, I don't know. I might be missing it somewhere. Hey, of course. But it doesn't look like we can figure out the age of our general. And it would be helpful because it would be nice to know if he's about to keel over and die. And I bet you he is. Alright, let's put you in charge there. Let's go and bop these guys. There's a separatist. They might lead to some separatism. No, I think we're going to get there before... yeah, before they finish that tick. Lovely. Really nice. You guys make your way down there. Boat, get over here. We won. We have no manpower. These guys have been trimmed down quite a bit. I think we're going to be okay. So, what I'm going to do is throw... actually, I will consolidate so that I can put more people on the boat. More efficiently. So we're going to do that, and I do have to be a little bit cautious here. And bring you... actually, over there. That'll save a lot of travel. Then we'll get a big group over here. So I'm going to have to march them up the coast to a certain extent. But that's going to be the way it is. And these guys, I'll get them to just sort of slowly march up over here, too. I could force march them as well, but I don't think we're going to do that. So, I mean, it can still take the idea group. Not that I really have the points for it. And there's that revolt that finally happened. So I'll have to figure out who do I want to pull back to do that with. I still like the idea of keeping this sort of blockade over here to minimize what they can do. Alright, let's do that. You know what? You, I'm even going to force march you. Get over here as quickly as possible. Ship's nearly done. Nearly done over here. Keeping these guys pinned in. And if we do land an invasion force on that, we can eject the ships and potentially catch them a little bit better now. If everyone's in place ahead of time. Not to mention having a few leveled up ships. Yay, cores. So, how's that doing for our various disasters? This should be... yeah, it's not progressing at all. In fact, is it not decreasing? No, okay, right. It doesn't go away. It keeps its progress until we get our legitimacy higher or whatever. But at least it doesn't progress upwards until we get some more uncored territory, though, which we will soon. Confidence of the clergy is running down, which is really nice. Aristocratic coup is running down as well. Brilliant. And our actual estates... the clergy should be going up, and it is very slowly, so that's going to be fine. And everyone else is okay and manageable. And we don't have really... I mean, I could make a generous donation over here, but I don't think now's the time for it. I think I want the money, especially since we're losing money right now. Oh, we can invest in another idea, which may not be a terrible idea. I don't care about the trade range, I think. I think we probably have lots of trade range. But the rest of the stuff up here is very good. The question is that good, or is it going to be more important than we actually increase our diplomatic technology? Well, I actually think the idea probably is better. Because remember, the ideas do give us discounts, which is good. Plus, the extra merchant will be very handy. I think we want to progress up trade ideas. I mean, we could consider... You know, we are delaying potentially some of our ships, but we actually don't get a meaningful ship until level 22 over here, with the next level of galleon and 23 for the frigates. So I think we're just going to go up the trade ideas, and I may as well grab it now. It's going to take a little bit before we actually negotiate peace. We're at 9% war score, and again, at 10% we should be able to make a demand. So we're going to explore that soon enough. And what you here, why don't I go ahead and boot you as well? I realize I'm spending a lot of military power on that, but I think it's not going to be a terrible idea. These guys are still just standing still, which makes me really happy. This entire fleet has decided the most important thing in the world is to blockade Cape Verde. So that's interesting as well. We are not overextended, which is really good. I'm going to save my points and not make my... we're not going to make our territorial cores into other things yet. Ooh, that's an annoying revolt. That's actually a very annoying revolt. My ship just landed here. I think, literally, these people, they're going to take some more attrition here, which is a little bit annoying. We are going to move you over here. You actually probably won't get there before it falls. But that should mostly be the end of the rebellions. I'm wondering if we can go after these guys right now. I'm not sure. I will move you here, though. And that, technically, that keeps them pinned in. They'll probably come back at me, attacking me in the steppes, which isn't fantastic, but... Are you serious? I died already? Regency Council. Buha gets legitimacy defended until the death of Raphael Colm, given the following benefits. Okay. Huh. Well, I was hoping to do a little bit more before my reign ended. I mean, that is what happens when you start over at you start at 48. Well, I have full faith that Arumba won't have any difficulty finishing this war. In fact, again, we could peace out now. Oh, no, he's actually not willing because of the length of war modifier. That's the biggest thing right now. Strength alliances, British military strength, Great Britain holds London. But we've got the ticking war goal, and the length of war modifier will, at a certain point, stop being a negative and, in fact, start to become a positive. They will start to want to peace out. I don't think they can hurt us. I mean, that's not true. If their war with Spain does end, which it has, they could potentially drop a whole lot of troops over here, which we may not want to fight. But, yeah. I'm still feeling relatively confident about that war. We hold the war goal. How much ticking war score do we have right now? And we only have 9.2 so far, so there's still a lot more to gain from that. And again, the length of war modifier. So with every month that goes by, we get more war score, and the length of war goes away. So it's going to be fine. The biggest problem will be just, you know, just bopping a couple more rebels over here. But I can't believe 2 episodes. Is that what I got? 2. That's the shortest reign so far. I was upset last time I got 3. But that's RNG for you, I suppose. Well, thank you very much for watching my section of the African Succession Synergy. And I'll see you guys next time it's my turn.